99% of footballers will never go pro. Not because they lack talent, not because they didn't work hard enough, but because they never understood what actually decides the game. And the worst part? Most of them never realize it. They keep training, keep playing, keep believing they're improving, but in reality, they're just repeating the same version of themselves. Maybe this has happened to you. You trained for weeks, maybe months. You sacrificed time, comfort, energy. Then match day comes. You step onto the pitch thinking, this is my chance. You play safe. You don't lose the ball much. You do what you've been told. And when it ends, you feel like you did enough. But then the list comes out, and your name isn't there, and you're left thinking, what did I miss? Because football isn't just about effort, it's about awareness. The small reactions, the silent decisions, the moments no one explains, that decide everything. The 6 things that actually decide if you go pro. Point 1. What you do in the first 5 seconds after losing the ball. This is where players expose themselves, because losing the ball is normal. But what happens next, that's where levels are decided. Most players react with emotion. They stop, they complain, they look at someone else, they disconnect. In those 2 to 3 seconds, they feel small, but in football, they're massive. Because that's exactly when the opponent attacks, when you're mentally out. Professionals are different. They don't react emotionally, they react instantly, they turn, they sprint, they press aggressively. Not because they feel like it, but because it's trained into them. Solution? You need to build a habit. In every training session, create a rule. If you lose the ball, immediate 5-second press. No exceptions, even in small drills. Even when you're tired, add intensity. Sprint, close angle, force mistake. Not just run randomly. Because pressing is not just running, it's intelligent aggression. And over time, it becomes automatic. That's the level required. Because at higher levels, you don't get time to react. You either do it instantly or you're already out of the play. And even if you fix that, you might still feel invisible. Because of this, point 2, playing without the ball. Most players think, if I don't have the ball, I'm not involved. That belief is what makes them average, because the game is actually decided away from the ball. Top players are constantly scanning. Before they receive, they already know where the pressure is, where the space is, where the next pass will go. They move with purpose, not just running, but adjusting position every few seconds, creating triangles, opening passing lanes, dragging defenders. Now compare that to most players, standing, watching, reacting late. That's why they feel out of the game. Train scanning and movement deliberately. In training, before receiving the ball, check both shoulders. After passing, move immediately. Don't admire your pass. Give yourself a rule. Never stand for more than 2 seconds. Also practice off-ball patterns. Make runs even if you don't get the ball. Because movement is not about getting the ball, it's about being ready when the moment comes. And if you master this, you stop chasing the game. You start controlling it. But even if your movement improves, there's something quietly limiting your growth. Point 3, playing against better players. This is where most players get comfortable, and comfort is dangerous. Because it feels like success, but it's actually stagnation. If you're always dominating, you're not being tested. And without testing, there's no improvement. Better players expose everything. Your first touch, your decision speed, your positioning. They don't give you time to think. And that pressure is what forces growth. Actively seek discomfort. Don't wait for better competition. Go find it. Join older age groups, play with stronger teams, enter tougher matches, and when you struggle, don't avoid it. Analyze it. Ask yourself, why did I lose the ball? Why was I late? What could I do faster? Because growth is not just playing harder games, it's understanding what those games are showing you. If you avoid pressure, you avoid improvement. And if you avoid improvement, you stay exactly where you are. Now here's where many players lose everything. Point 4, knowing when to take risks. Most players misunderstand this completely. They think, to get noticed, I need to do something special. So they force it. Unnecessary dribbles. Low percentage passes risky decisions in bad areas, but football is not about doing more, it's about doing right at the right moment. Train decision-making under pressure. Play small-sided games with restrictions. 1 touch, 2 touch, limited time on the ball. This forces quick thinking. Also follow a simple rule. Risk in attacking zones. Control in defensive zones, and always ask, what happens if I lose the ball here? Because at higher levels, mistakes are not just mistakes, they're judged. And repeated bad decisions end opportunities. And even if your decisions improve, you're still missing something deeper. Point 5, learning your opponent during the game. Most players play the game but don't read it. They treat every opponent the same. And that's a huge mistake because every player has habits, weaknesses, patterns, but only visible if you're looking. Smart players spend the first minutes collecting data. Does the defender dive in? Does he turn slowly? Is he weak on one side? Play the first 10 minutes with awareness. Test your opponent. Try a quick acceleration, a body feint, a simple pass under pressure. Watch how they react, then adapt your game. If they dive in, fake and go. If they stand off, drive forward. Because once you understand them, you stop guessing. You start controlling. And when you control your opponent, the game becomes easier. And finally, the difference between players who improve and players who stay stuck forever. Point 6. Studying one professional deeply. Most players consume football. They don't study it. They watch highlights. But highlights don't teach you the game. They show the result, not the process. Solution? Choose one player in your position, watch full matches, focus on details. What do they do before receiving the ball? How often do they scan? How do they react after passing? Pause, rewatch, analyze, then apply it in training, because watching alone is not enough. You need to connect it to your own game. This is how professionals learn faster, not by doing random things, but by copying proven patterns. And once you understand patterns, your decisions become clearer, your game becomes simpler, and your level rises. The truth is, going pro is not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things again and again. And that is the difference between someone who plays football and someone who becomes it. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're trying but not progressing, maybe it's not your effort. Maybe it's what you're not seeing. And once you start seeing it, the game doesn't just change. You do, now you know what to do. But if you stop here, you'll only improve, you won't reach your prime. If you really want that next level, the video on your screen will show you how. Click it, I'll see you there.